once again, it is my greatest pleasure to welcome you back to the Jabra YouTube channel, a brand name that talks about leadership, finance, career, and business. Today we have brought to you the topic we mentioned in our last video that we are going to be sharing with you all, which is the top four businesses you should consider investing your money into if you want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years. This is the topic we've brought to you today, and as we progress in this topic, I want you all to actually sit and be focused. Bring out your pen and paper. If you don't have one yet, get a jotter, better still. And also ensure you follow us from the beginning of this video to the end of this video, as we'll be sharing with you the top 4 businesses you should consider investing your money into if you want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years. Please, I want you to quote me right. It is 10 years. I'm not assuring you of becoming a billionaire in the next 24 hours. Neither am I assuring you that it's going to make you a billionaire in the next 6 months. It is going to make you certainly a billionaire in the next 10 years. And as we proceed in this journey, as I expatiate on these 4 top businesses you should consider investing your money into, I want you to follow me with all your heart. Avoid any kind of distractions. Make sure you are focused. And also, after finishing watching the video, make sure you download it on your phone, because you'll be able to share it with family and friends, or recommend this YouTube channel to your family and friends. Now, you want them to be a beneficiary of our programs, because we'll be talking a lot about leadership, a lot about finance, a lot about business, and a lot about career. We also organize trainings for people. We organize online training for people. We organize offline training for people in the town hall, in a lot of conferences. So you can refer this YouTube channel to your family and friends. They must not be left alone. Also, the topic we brought today, I'm going to be mentioning it one after the other based on the priority, based on the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and the number 4. Accordingly, that is how I'm going to be arranging them accordingly. So I want you all to follow us. Today, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, probably you've not seen our last video, and you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, or maybe you actually watched our YouTube channel, the last video that it escaped your mind to actually subscribe to our YouTube channel. I want you to click down there, click on the subscription button, click subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also don't forget to click the notification button as well, because the notification button will actually allow you to get the timely information when we have our new videos when they are out, because we have a timely access to them, the first-hand information about our new videos. Click the subscribe button, also click the notification button, and at the end of this video, and as you are watching this video, we want you all to be actually, if there's something that is not clear to you about the video, we want you to actually comment it at the comment section. Comment about it, what you are not clear about, or what you need more enlightenment about. Our team are going to go through them, actually pick them out, and we are going to be addressing them in our next video. And probably you need a one-on-one coaching about business, career, leadership, and finance. You can actually comment there also on our YouTube channel. Our team will also go through it. We'll get in touch with you. But ensure when you are doing that, make sure you leave your mail address there, or possibly any of your social media handles. Also, you can actually find us too on Twitter, on Facebook, also as the Jabere too. If you have anything you want to drop with us there, over there, you can actually go there too and get in touch with us. Now let's go back to the business of the day, which are the top 4 businesses you should consider investing your money into if you actually want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years. One of the first business, the number 1 business on my scale of priority for today, number 1 business you should consider investing your money into is agriculture. I know this sounds very familiar. Agriculture, many of you will start wondering, agriculture is not the agriculture that we've known in years past. Is there a new way to do agriculture than what we've been doing before? Is there a new way to do? Is there a new modality to it than what our fathers have been doing and what we've been seeing in TVs and documentations? I want to tell you today that agriculture is a very vast profession. It's a very vast profession that every aspect of it is equipped enough to actually make you a billionaire in the next 10 years. Number 1 on our scale of preference is agriculture. And now we'll be dissecting to some extent, giving a little enlightenment about agriculture. The number one thing we want you to know about agriculture is it is divided into two. When you talk about agriculture, we talk about crop production. We also talk about livestock production. So any of the two ways, any of the two business, any of the two sections of agriculture you want to venture into, I want to assure you that it's a good business and you will not regret investing and venturing into them, provided that you hire a good consultant and you have a good business plan and financial report before you actually start your business. That is very important in every business. There is no how lucrative your business is. You need a business plan for it to actually guide you when you are going off track, to actually notify you when you have met a target. You also need a financial plan. The financial plan enables you to actually know your startup capital for the business, things you're supposed to get for the business, how you source for the business, and your financial projection for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10 years or more than that. That is the essence of financial report. You need a business plan and a financial plan, a financial report for your business, and most importantly, you need a guide. Maybe a business consultant or someone that has been in the line of your business for a while that have experience. But if you don't have a consultant, that is why our channel is there for you to guide you through, to put you through. You can always reach out to us because we'll be talking about hundreds and thousands of business on these channels, and who knows, we'll be addressing any of your challenges and your problems when it comes to business. Also, if you need us to take up a video tutorial on your behalf and upload on our YouTube channel so that you can be able to watch it, whereby others can also learn from it, you can actually comment it, type it on our comment section. We will go through it and we'll actually pick it out. Now, as we are saying, we've talked about agriculture is divided into two. We have the livestock production and we have the crop production. Under livestock production, we have a lot of businesses you can go to under livestock production. We have poultry, we have piggery, we have fish farming under livestock production. Poultry is divided into two. You can go into egg production, you can go into meat production. That is when you rear your broilers for 8 weeks. Under meat production, there are a lot of demand for it. A lot of eateries, a lot of restaurants need all those kind of meat. Also, you can go into egg production. Egg production, it is in a high demand. It's a high demand. Those who are into cakes and confectionaries, who are into baking, who are into catering business. A lot of people, just even in our household, a lot of people need egg. So if you want to go into livestock production, poultry is one of the businesses that you should actually consider to go into, because we will not be able to talk extensively on poultry and the benefit, the profit, and how to go about them, the management, because we will be discussing a lot about it in another video, whereby we'll be having a whole video for poultry alone. And we cannot even exhaust everything about poultry in a single video. So we are going to be taking them one after the other as we continue our videos. In the particular video, we'll be talking about egg production and how to go about it from scratch to finish, how you market them. And also in another video, we are going to be talking about the meat production of poultry from start to finish and how to get customers and how to be able to sell every day. Because I visited a restaurant before in the city of Akure in Ondo State, whereby they sell, their customer consume a whole chicken of 1,000 pieces of a whole chicken in a day. In a single branch. And in Akure, that eatery have up to 7 branches in Akure alone, and each branch consume about 1,000 pieces of whole chicken in a day. So if you want to go into livestock production in agriculture, poultry is one of the things to consider. Another thing you have to consider is also piggery. Piggery is a lot of profit. A lot of profit. Some people sell their pig in kg. Some people sell by actually pricing them. So before, when you raise your pig, don't forget the backbone of these things is you need a business plan and a financial report for your business, and you need a good consultant too. Because if you have all those 3 things in place, when you raise your pig to 6 months, 2 persons will not be able to carry them. 2 person will not be able to carry them. And when you start your business with 10 pigs, in the next 1 year, I expect you to be having nothing less than 40 pigs. 40 pigs in your pen. 40 pigs in your pen. So pig is one of the most profitable livestock production business when it comes to agriculture, and the demand are too much. You can export a lot of demand for it. When you go to Denmark, USA, there's an unsatisfied demand for pork meat, and also if you also want to consider livestock production, another business you can consider also is fish farming. Fish farming is a very lucrative business in this dispensation, and the joy of it is that in fish farming you can actually produce about 3 to 4 times in a year. You can produce 3 to 4 times in a year, and also because during dry season you may because fish, all those aquatic animals, they need water. So during dry season, if you want to actually continue production, that means you need a constant water supply. Some people who improvise natural water get natural water. They are fortunate to get natural water beside their ponds or close to their ponds. And also some people improvise artificial water, which is borehole. So with this, if you have these things in place, source of water, you will be able to produce all around the year, and it takes just 3 months to grow your fish from fingerlings to table size and grown out size. So in 3 months you are done with the first batch of production, and you sell them off. So you can produce conveniently for 4 good batches in a year, and it is a whole lot of profit. That is about livestock production. And also, if you are considering actually in livestock production, you still have a lot of business you can go into. A lot of them, you have goatry, a lot. We have a lot of them. But if you are also considering crop production, if you want to go into crop production under agriculture, I would love you to consider tomato plantation. It is one of the fast-growing agribusiness under crop production. In a single plot of land, I can't count the number of basket of tomato you'll be able to harvest. And the joy of it also, it is that the duration of tomato production is just 3 months too, to mature and to ripe. It is just 3 months, and the joy of it is before you even harvest, a lot of market women that deals in that business are already coming to book. So immediately your tomato is getting ripe, so you have a lot of people that are even waiting. You cannot even meet up with the demand of the market. And tomato now, you know what the price of tomato is saying in the market. When you go to market now, when you want to buy 1,000 naira of tomato, you just see them counting like 4, 5. I'm talking about our local markets. I'm not talking about malls. I'm talking about our local market. When you want to buy 1,000 naira of tomato, you just see them counting 5, 6 for you in your small polythene bag. How expensive it is. So at this time, tomato plantation, it is one of the lucrative things that you have to venture to if you want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years. And one of the important things about tomato production, it is the species you are selecting. The species you are selecting, is it a foreign species you are selecting, or is it a local species? And all those things are categorized by by the content, by the level of moisture content in there. You know that tomato tends to get deteriorated if it has, even every product, when there is high level of moisture content. So it is preferable to go for species that have low level of moisture content after maturity, to enable a longer shelf life, so that you will even start losing money when you have not even harvested your tomato, because some tomatoes that have high moisture content get deteriorated even on the farmland, on the field. So but when you get a species that have a low moisture content, you make a lot of profit, number one. Number two, you can preserve your tomato, it has a longer shelf life. So that is that also. Another thing you can venture into, if you want to talk about crop production, another thing is maize production. Maize production is on the high side, both industrially, even farmers need them for their poultry business a lot, because it is used for the production of poultry feeds, even pigs need them for their feeds too. So a lot, all these business that I've mentioned, all of them can make you a billionaire in the next 10 years. But do not forget the backbone of all business that I talked about, which is number one. Before you start your business at all, you must have a cohesive business plan, a well-detailed business plan, a comprehensive one. Another thing is you must have a financial report for your business. That is what gives you a better financial projection for your business. That is what makes you see your business in the next 10 years. That is what gives you that in the next 10 years I'll make such a lot of profit, all things being equal. Because even during those times, you would have factored in a lot of unforeseen circumstances that could come up in line of business. So you'll be able to have a clearer picture of where your business can be in the next 5 or 10 years. So that is that we'll be talking. Those are the things we'll be mentioning under agriculture. Though we have a lot of business, numerous businesses. You can go into cassava plantation, a whole lot of business. Cassava, it is highly needed industrially. It is used for a lot of things. We uncountable things that we use cassava for these days. So it's another thing you can invest into. So about agriculture, I'm telling you that the number one priority is agriculture that you need to invest in to make you a billionaire in the next 10 years. Agriculture will actually do justice to that, to make you a millionaire in the next 10 years. Now, another thing we'll be talking about, the number two on our scale of preference that will make you a billionaire in the next 10 years, it is fashion. Fashion, a lot of people tends to actually undermine this. Fashion is going very far. Fashion is going very far. It is how much you can hold, how much you can go. It is you that determines it is you that determine how much you can make in fashion. So, and some people have actually customized fashion to be about fashion designers alone, about clothing alone, about making clothes and the rest. I want to tell you that fashion goes beyond making clothes alone. Fashion goes beyond that. And another part of fashion is shoemaking is also fashion. Jewelry is fashion. A lot of things are embedded that makes up a fashion. Fashion that makes up fashion. Because if you want to go, even laundry business is fashion. Because if you want to go into this business, if you can try your best to actually bring these sections of fashions together, before the next 5 years you can become a billionaire that we are talking about. If you can be able to bring them together, you are a fashion designer, you have a fashion designing palace, that in that fashion design you sew your clothes that are your boutique, you can sew them yourself, the natives, because we have the English dress that you have in your boutique, you have a place, you have a sewing room that you sew them, that you have workers that sew them for you, like jean, like top, like the one I'm putting on, like the jean I'm putting on, like even on these, you have places that sew them for you, you have the store that sew, you have people working for you that sews them for you, and you display them in your boutique. It is a whole lot of profit, and you have to know where to import textiles, because you need a very good textiles to actually do this. You can get all these things as cheap as possible, as in India. You can get them as cheap as possible in China. Even Nigeria also, we have some clothing materials in Nigeria that are very good. There's some textile materials that are very good in Nigeria too. So if you go into this, if you are into sewing, you have people that sew for you and you display them in your own boutique. It's not that you are buying clothes and you start displaying your boutique. You sew them yourself, you display them in your boutique. You sew suits yourself, you sew wedding gowns yourself, you display them in your boutique. And anybody that brings clothes to you to sew for them, maybe native, you have a dry cleaning service also within your own business that dry cleans for them, not that you also have to actually go and give it out to a dry cleaner to do that for you, or you have that in your boutique that does that for you. But maybe the only thing you can actually import maybe from Dubai, and the rest is maybe jewelries and the rest. And you also shoemaking too. Shoemaking, you have professional shoemakers that can actually do this for you. Once you have them, you just give them a form of contract, they do that for you, and you display them in your boutique. Good sophisticated shoes. People are looking for good footwear to put on to their good and expensive clothing materials. So if you can do that, and if you know you don't have the capacity to have that kind of scale of business, you can actually, based on one, focus on any of them. We have a lot of those demands are too much. The demands are too much. If you want to focus on fashion designing alone, you can focus on it. There is a huge market for it. Once you are a professional at what you do and you know your honors very well, there's a huge market for fashion these days. In this 21st century, fashion is the number two thing you have to invest in. Let me tell you one thing. This video I'm making today, I will not be able to make this video if I have to make this video naked. I will not be able to make this video. You can see me putting on clothing materials, you can see me shaping my hair. Even hairstylist, it is part of fashion. We have a lot of unisex salons that when you get there, you can make your hair as a female, you can barb your hair as a male, and you are being given a professional service by experts that expert hairstylists. So even also, hairstyling is another part of fashion that you should invest your money into. We have hairstylist salon, unisex salon that makes more than 1 million in a day. Now after actually removing their expenditures, they still realize up to 700,000 profits daily. I'm not talking about monthly. Because it is about value. There are some places that there are some what's it called? There are some salons that they barb their hair as low as 300 naira, and there are some salons that when you get there, you have to pay nothing less than 5,000 naira to have a cut, an haircut, and trust me, when they are delivering their service, you will know that actually this money you are paying worth it. And even next time, you will not be able to afford to go to where they barb at the rate of 300 naira. You will actually, even when you don't have the money, you will save to go there again to, but because they will give you a professional service and you will actually look like you are being born with that kind of haircut. So they attract quality to their service. With that you can make a whole lot of money. So that is about fashion. And another thing, number 3 on our scale of preference that you need to invest your money into if you actually want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years is real estate. Real estate is growing very fast because at the end of the day, after going to work, you work day and night. At the end of the day, you still need a place as a shelter. You need a place to lay your eggs. No matter what kind of work you do, even it's either you rent it or you own the house, you still have to lay your eggs someplace. So real estate, it is the demand of everyone. Everyone needs real estate business to actually survive. When you examine these first 3 business that I've actually mentioned, you will see that these 3 businesses, they are businesses that nobody can actually do without them. You cannot do without agricultural products. You need to eat, you need to survive. You cannot do without fashion. You need to put on clothes, you need to go out, you need to do a lot of things. You cannot do without this third one also that I'm talking about, real estate. You need a place as a shelter. You need a place to call your house, either by rented or by ownership. You need a place to call it out. And let me tell you, you don't have millions to start real estate business. And the interesting part of it is when you become a real estate agent, a single deal can actually make you a billionaire. I want you to get that right. A single deal can actually make you a billionaire that we are talking about. Even less than 1-2 years, you can actually become a billionaire in real estate business. When you seal a deal with a client, let's assume you work with a real estate company that has an house in Abuja, or a landed property in Abuja, or in Lagos, in Lekki, in all those expensive areas that we have, that wants to sell them. If your percentage is 10% with them, if your percentage is 10%, and you have someone that wants to sell a property that is worth 10 billion naira, once you're able to steal that deal, you should know that the 10% of it is what it is worth. When you make a sale of 10 billion naira, 10% of it is worth, you should know what it amounts to. A single deal can actually make you a billionaire in real estate. And aside from properties, you can actually go into landed. We have residential, we have industrial real estate, we have residential real estate. So you can go into any part of them. We have crowdfunding real estate, investments, different kind of real estate plans that you can actually go into that can make you a billionaire in the next 10 years. Real estate, but the one thing you need to do is make sure you connect to a good real estate agent, real estate company that can actually provide this percentage for you, and they are reliable and they have a lot of properties. Not a real estate agent that in 6 months you will not have more than a single property to sell. And also, if you know that you don't want to affiliate as an agent, you can start your real estate company yourself, get your business registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and kickstart your business. You don't need to have a land of your own before you start a real estate business. You can actually start with leasing of house. We have some rented apartments that actually cost 20 million per year, 20 million per year, and on that alone, on a single apartment that you lease out, you can make nothing less than 5 million as an agent fee. So you can start up your own real estate business yourself, even if you don't have money to start building an estate yourself. You can start by leasing out. These things can make you in the next 10 years, when you are consistent, will make you a billionaire. I'm not doubting that. And the last but not the least on this our scale of preference that you need to invest in if you actually want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years is fast food and restaurants. Fast food and restaurants, I believe you will never agree less with me that every one of us patronizes those things, either directly or indirectly. We patronize them either directly or indirectly, and you may want to test the validity of these things that I'm telling you. You can stand up right now as you are watching this video, go to any standard restaurant that you know, and you will never find any of them empty. You will never find any of them empty. You will never find any of them empty. So they make a whole lot of money. You know, when I was talking about food the other time, I talked about a restaurant that actually a single branch of the restaurant make consume up to 1,000 pieces of whole chicken in a day. That is a restaurant. A single restaurant, that is a branch. Imagine that restaurant, they're having up to 7 branches in the city of Akure in Ondo State. Consider places like Lagos, Ibadan, like Abuja. Consider how much they'll be making. So if you want to go into a business to invest into it that will make you a billionaire in the next 10 years, these businesses that I've talked about, the 4 businesses, they are the businesses you should consider investing your money into. Number 1, I talked about agriculture, which comes number 1. Number 2, I talked about fashion, which comes number 2. Number 3, I talked about real estate, which comes number 3. And then number 4, I talked about fast food and restaurants. These are the 3 major businesses you need to invest. These are the 4 major businesses you actually need to invest in if you want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years. And promise, believe you me, you will never regret any of them. And also subsequently, we will be actually doing video on each of these businesses one after the other. That is why if you have not subscribed now to this channel, you have to subscribe to it. Click the notification button so that you can be alert. You can get alert when our next video comes up. And also, if you have any curiosity about this, comment it on the comment section. Also, if you have family and friends that you want them to be a beneficiary of this YouTube channel, you can as well share to them. Download it, give them to watch. You can also watch, rewatch, and watch over again. Thank you very much for being part of us for this session of this our business talk today, which is 4 major businesses you should consider investing your money into if you want to become a billionaire in the next 10 years. Now to the next time that we'll be seeing again, which is next week Friday. Also, because our videos will be releasing video every Friday with different topics. Also, if you want to actually get notified about this coming one, because the topic will be out very soon on our social media handles. The topic for this next week video will be out on our social media handles. And follow us, our page on Facebook. This is the Jabere. On Twitter also, on Instagram it's also the Jabere too. You can follow us everywhere on TikTok. It's also the Jabere. Follow us everywhere to see the next topic that I'll be talking about next week Friday. We say we love you and thank you for being part of us. Thank you. So we'll see you again next week. Bye.